What's good, Chambers family? So I'm back with the second part of my life, my story, and how God, you heard me say it right, God can change things that you never thought could happen. So, like I said in the first part, in 2022 is when I became homeless. So, on this next journey, New Year's came around. This a whole nother year. It's 2023. No, I might need to recant, but it's around this time I'm trying to come up. No, it's 2023. So, no, yeah, that was last year. So, really, almost 3 years I was homeless. Almost 3 years I've been homeless. So, 2023, January, we still taking the kids out at the old hotel because we not staying at this hotel at this time because it became to be too much. There was no programs that helped, gave hotel vouchers. There was nothing. So, like I said, we got to get it out the mud. We staying with my parents. It's hard. You have your up days, you have your down days. We was using their car, taking the kids back and forth to their destination or the motel to get them on the bus. So, yes, it was a struggle. And in order for me to do this video today, I had to get my mindset together. Because to reminisce on the things that you have to go through the time, it's hard. So, we was picking them up, dropping them off, picking them up, dropping them off. And at that time, we was getting up early in the morning, making sure they get back and forth to the motel. So, let's fast forward it to time for the kids to get out of school. At this time, we still staying with somebody. So, it became a lot. It did. It really became a lot. So the summer passed through, and you still got to deal with depression. You still got to go through your day-to-day. You still have to try to keep your head up and be strong for your kids, because there were so many days I broke down, and mentally I was there, but I wasn't. So to keep it going, I need to find a hobby. So I prayed. And that's when I started. I've been going to church. I've been believing in God. I've been believing in all the things that push you through. But I started letting go of his hand, and that is my fault. That's no fault of nobody else's. That's my fault, because I didn't put him first. I put me first and what I'm going through first. I believed in God with all of me. But at the same time, it was a lot. Okay? Then it started becoming a problem. And for all of us to be at that particular house. And that's being honest. It became a problem. So, you need to leave. So, I called the next best thing. And this I want to say in July, we went and stayed with somebody else. In the beginning, it was good. Awesome, great. If you go back on my videos, there's dates, times, and everything else. So I have no reason to come on here and pretend like I'm something I'm clearly not. But me trying to be who I am and trying to live day to day. Then the mistreatment comes. The arguing with the kids. Oh yeah, the whole time I was homeless, they was. I took my kids through my situation in hopes and prayers that they would never do what I did. Don't fast track trying to get to the top. Take your time. Because it ain't worth fast tracking trying to get everything done, because it will crumble. It will fall through. Just like you putting everything, that's like putting everything in a holy basket, thinking it's going to sit there, and it's not. People that you think that's for you, they really not. I had to learn that at the end of last year. Not last year, but the year before. Then, coming up to that year, that's when it started getting harder and harder and harder. Because people started showing their true colors. Y'all got to do this. And all of a sudden, one day I get a phone call. I need y'all out my house because I have an inspection. Y'all got to be out. Any excuse that could happen, it was told. So we left. Went, got our stuff, and left. If you're a subscriber and you feel like I'm stepping on your toes and you know who I'm talking about, ain't no hard feelings over here, baby. None whatsoever. None. No hard feelings. But that let me know how far I can trust people. And going through that situation, and all the people that I didn't help, never would have thought this could happen to me. I'm in church, praying to God, my faith going stronger, but it was a lot to deal with. Then go back to Carolina, go back and when I did that, I want to say I just was in a rut. Personalities, people started showing themselves when I went back. If y'all get what I'm saying, when I went back for a week, it was good. Then all of a sudden, people started showing exactly who they was, exactly how they felt. I'm talking about, y'all, when I say, I'm wondering, how? What happened? What did we do to be in these shoes? What did we do to people for them to start showing exactly who they was? Me and my kid's father had to separate. It wasn't for long, but if you're not wanted at that certain place, you gotta leave. So that's what happened. I'm trying to do everything I can think of in my power to be able to leave there. But guess what? I took so many homeless letters to the housing authority, and they still, oh, you coming up to the top. You'll be in your place soon. Then I started getting to the point, I need to find me somewhere to stay. Not knowing that God finna come up with a breakthrough, baby. Not knowing what's the next step. But I'm still praying. I'm still putting him first. Because at this time, I'm like, okay, what I was doing last year ain't working. It ain't doing nothing. It just not working. My number ain't moving fast enough. So I'm trying to calculate in my mind, what did I do so wrong to people for me to be treated like this? Or what did I do so wrong to people? And it ain't people. It ain't people. I should have been putting God first from the beginning. Because when I was up and praised him, it was more happier times than bad times. And then I had to realize you got to sit back. You ain't on your time no more, baby. You on his time. Because if you put him first in everything you do, which I had to learn and really genuinely go through, guess what? My life started changing. I became humble. That's number one. That's the hard part. Becoming humble and walking in your truth. So that's where I started from. Walking in my truth and becoming humble. December come around. I was vlogging for y'all a little bit doing then. But then I find out through Facebook, this is leading up to then. Everything I'm telling y'all is truthful. And I needed. I didn't think I was going to go to the hospital because my auntie was in the hospital. There's a video up there on my channel about that. I go to the hospital, my auntie is in a coma. She's 2 years older than me. So that means at that time I'm 40. She just turned 42 in September. So going through all that, going to see her at the hospital. So you couldn't vlog on ICU. That's what she was. And, you know, talking to her and she's in a coma state, and it just wasn't what it was. And then they put on hospice. So in other words, they kept her comfortable till she died. They kept her comfortable until she passed away at 42 years young. So I went through it, and like I said, in between all this, of going through all this, I what I did, y'all, I'm praying every day. Like, New Year's came around. My kids had a great Christmas last year, so I don't complain about that. Great Christmas. But they went through a lot. From being threatened to I ain't gonna say threatened. From being uncomfortable to one day I was just strolling down Facebook, y'all. Just strolling. At this point, I'm trying to do everything. I find a place and on my daddy found the place on Marketplace. First time. And I was going to go ahead and get that place if I could. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2-bedroom, 2-bath house. I said, you know what? The kids can share a bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, they can share a bedroom. We're gonna go ahead and get this place, $550. And we took the kids to school one day, and this in particular day. So this is 2024 now, y'all. So when we took the kids to school, this in particular day, I was halfway woke, halfway sleeping. In between all this, I couldn't sleep all the time because of the stress and everything that I was going through. So my kid's father, he said, you know what? I'm going to ride past that. I want to see if it's real. We rode past the house that that was up for rent. It was up for rent, y'all. And you want to know what's the crazy part? Somebody was staying there. Yeah. Somebody was staying in the house. So when I say it's scammers out there, oh yeah, definitely. Don't fall for anything that's on Facebook. Everything that's on Facebook ain't even real. Please investigate. These people, and then you got the audacity to text somebody, oh, when you gonna send a deposit? When the person that's staying there move out. Because at this point, you're not getting my money. You're not getting anything from me. So that night, I had, I want to say, let's fast forward it to the kid's birthday. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say we had them a combined birthday party. Shortly after the birthday, I want to say they had something, the Housing Authority had put something up there about, well, I applied for the first Section 8 in January, but I didn't get it, the lottery Section 8. I guess I wasn't chosen. So that I meant to tell y'all that I did apply for the lottery Section 8 because that was the first one that came out. And that was in January. I didn't get that. I wasn't tripping. So I turned around and I applied for, after the kid's birthday. I had seen something on Facebook about PBV opening up as project-based voucher for certain apartment complexes. And it was, I want to say it opened up in April, if I'm not mistaken. It opened up in, hold on, what month are we in? May? So yeah, at the end of April, it opened up. I tried, y'all, I got up the first day. Oh, I'm going to get up and I'm going to apply. And guess what? If I get it, I get it. But I know God got me, and that's the first thing I prayed over, me to be able to get it. I got on my phone, I'm going down and trying to apply. It kept kicking me out. I did it again. I'm still happy. Oh, I'm going to apply, and this going to happen, and that going to happen. It's going to be lovely. I'm going to get it. Guess what, y'all? It kicked me out again. Okay. I'm not going to let this hurt me or stop me from trying to apply. I'm going to try one more time. And if it don't go through, I got the number for it. So, I called. I sure did. I called. I talked to the lady. I'm not going to say her name on my YouTube, but I talked to her. She took my information. I told her I was homeless. And she said, okay, I don't know what this going to do for you, and I'm not going to promise you anything. But I will put on there that you're homeless. Okay. All right. Well, you ain't lying. You ain't going to tell me something that I don't need to hear. So, I got on there, I was 1,500 and something when I applied. I was 1,500 and something. So, she didn't promise me anything. So what's going through my mind? I'm number 20 on the conventional housing. So guess what? I ain't tripping. If I don't get that, then, you know, at least I get conventional housing. I'm number 20. I done dropped down to number 20 at 8 after being 80 something on the waiting list for years. For a year. Almost 2. Going into the 3rd. I wasn't tripping. At all was I tripping. So, what I did, I said, okay, this gonna take some years. This gonna take, I'm 1,500 the day after I applied. So, a week goes by, and something told me I was in the car with my mama and daddy, rode with them. I got up that morning and just thinking to myself, like, these attitudes changing, everybody acting a certain way, so, you know, what can I do next? So, mind you, that it didn't matter. So I got on the Housing Authority website on my phone. That was Thursday when I looked on there, and I was number 1599. That was Thursday. So I was number 0, I'm sorry, for an apartment. I had went straight to 0, y'all. 0 within a week after applying. So I called the Housing Authority. and that's being real. I called the housing authority and I said, what does it mean when you number 0? yeah, because I want to know. I want to know. Why is mine want to know? Because I'm not even number 1. I'm number 0. So she said, that means you didn't came up on the list. That means you're at the top of the list. I said, okay. I'm feeling you, baby. Because at this point, I'm walking, talking to my daughter, dreaming, all this stuff. And I'm just like, okay, something got to give. I'm angry. I'm upset. And at this point, all the upset is out the window. So I got my letters going to certain places because I don't have a permanent address. So when I didn't get it Monday, y'all ain't not being serious. When I didn't get it Monday, I called this certain person. Hey, did the letter come? No. Okay. Tuesday, I called that same person. Did my letter come? No. Okay. I give it to Wednesday. Call that certain person. Did my letter come? No. Okay. Cool. You know what? At this point, they sitting on the phone, they playing, they laughing, all this stuff. And at this point, I'm mad. I'm 38. Because nobody knows how many days my kids didn't miss the school because I don't have the proper transportation because people started treating me just that bad, bruh. I would want my kids to be in school every day if they not sick. They staying home. I'm taking them back and forth to the doctor. You think I want to be in them people's face and get excuses? Because I don't have the proper transportation because people started acting crazy? Are you serious? So at this point, guess what? I'm going to get it out the mud. You got to have more patience is what I've been told on the phone. Just wait on them. The letter's going to come. Give it one more day. No, I don't. Because you laughing and you thinking it's a game. And it's not a game to me. Because at this point, you playing in my face. And you're not just playing with my life, you're playing with my kids' life. So, the old Tisha would have been ready to fight. The new Tisha, just let go and let God. I called the housing authority. I sure did. I called the housing authority. And I talked to the lady that helped me apply. She said, oh, you ain't got the letter by now? Oh, whoever got that, whoever the mail going to their house, they playing with you. So she was like, don't worry about it, I'm gonna send it to your email. I'm gonna send it to your email. She did, and she sent it to my email. Just what she told me she was gonna do, she sent it to my email. And when I got that letter to my email, I called the apartment complex that I was number 0 at. I came, well, the day before, you got to pay a deposit. When you come apply for the application, because it's through the housing authority, everything gonna go by fast, you gotta go ahead and pay the deposit, you gotta have the money. The people that claim my kid couldn't even afford to give me the money. And I didn't even get all the tax money, but that's nor here or there, because I don't care. I don't, because at this point, why be mad over spilled milk? But I know a lot of people be like, oh, I do this and I do that. No, I forgive you. I don't wish bad on nobody. But my kid's father, to get off that, because that's belittle and that's stupid if I'm mad about it. My kid's father came up with the money to pay the deposit for the support, for the first deposit. Came and applied. Now all this didn't happen since I didn't apply. You see, I don't skip nothing, because guess what? God had me in his plan, and he still do. Because I still put him first. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I am today. But I went through this first round. How many other rounds, whatever they do, I don't know. But she called me and she said you was approved. You have a second deposit, but you was approved. Mind you that everything should have went quicker, but because of everything that was going on and what happened with my case, you know, the lady that I was seeing, she said that, you know, her mom had passed. So it took 2 weeks. 2 weeks from the day when I applied. Was I mad? No. So let's fast forward to the day we was coming here to pay the other deposit and move our stuff in here. We had to be here at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock now. He had to come up with the second part of the deposit. So we left the house a little earlier because my grandma at this time in the hospital. So they went to go see my grandma. So we took the kids to the bus stop, came back to their house. I'm packing up the boxes, throwing stuff in the boxes, getting stuff out there, out their house. So I came over here. I signed the paperwork the day before, but I had more paperwork to sign, which it wasn't a lot. So we got the keys. She brought us around here, showed us the apartment. Waiting on the kids to get out of school. We didn't leave because gas is scarce. I didn't have no money. I didn't have money like that to, you know what I'm saying, to be up and down the road. So, y'all, when I say between me and my baby daddy, we brought a lot of this stuff in here, literally we did. Then we brought the trailer over here the first time. And when I say we was breathing hard and tired, we was breathing hard and tired. Because when you ain't used to something, girl, y'all, it don't happen for you. So, like I said, at the end of the day, it felt like peace. Because the day before, it might have something to do with I asked God to cover this whole apartment with his blood. God, cover my apartment with your blood, because the day before, if you seen what we had to go through, trying to come up with the money, and all of a sudden, he was able to. By the grace of God, he was able to. So we was moving in this apartment. So it worked out both times in our favor. See, that's why I said God really looked out for me. I was on the front line, and I was not gonna give up. So when I say it can be hard, it can be. It can be. But if you put him first in everything you do, it's going to work out for your good. So that, like I said, we came back with the last few boxes. I barely made it up here, I'm not going to lie, but when we came back, the kids helped us take out the rest of the boxes out the car. We brought everything in the house. So when I got a phone call. Where y'all at in my car? Then I'm on my way. I just was waiting on the kids. I got the kids together, and we left and took them their car back. Y'all gonna stay the night over here? No, ma'am, I wanna go home. That was the conversation. I came home, and I didn't been home. That first week, I didn't talk to nobody. But guess what? I had so much peace in my house till it wasn't funny. So peace is way better than to go through the drama and all that stuff that some people like to have. I'm not into it. So with that being said, that's my life and my story. And the trials and the tribulations that people has to go through. Sometimes you have to sit in that mess for a little bit in order to grow. And I think that's what it was for me. I can't speak for somebody else, but I will tell you, if you in the situation I was in, because by the grace of God, he put this over my head. When I came here, y'all, I came here with 2 air mattresses. 2 air mattresses. 2. To having beds in every room. I don't have a lot. I don't got no pots. I don't got no pans. I don't have no plates. I don't have no forks. I got 3 crock pots. Yeah, 3. Because of the school. The school has help. Because I got to give them, hold on. Let me do this. I want to give flowers to everybody that done helped me along the way, whether it was good, whether it was bad, whether it horrible. I want to thank y'all. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank y'all. I do appreciate it. But the school helped. Well, not the school, but the people that the social workers at the school help. So I want to give you your flowers. My kid's father, I want to give you your flowers. My mama and my daddy, I want to give y'all flowers. My stepdaughter, I want to give you your flowers. Because you really taught me a valuable lesson. My sisters, my brothers. My sister, my brother, I want to give you your flowers. My cousins, I want to give y'all flowers. Thank you. Thank you. Because going through what I've been through make me more alert, make me more smart. So I was already smart, but I'm not dumb to the fact anymore. So with that being said, I do appreciate everything, and I thank God, because without him, nothing would be possible. My church, I want to thank y'all too, because it really, y'all been there. Y'all have been there. So with that being said, anybody that's going through what I've been through, put God first, and secondly, get on your Facebook. Instead of strolling to see what somebody else is doing on your Facebook and what's going on in other people's lives. Get on there and look at your housing authority. I don't know what state you in. I don't know nothing, but I know this. Get on your housing authority and see what they got going on. Stop putting in there, I don't want to put on there, I'm homeless. Let your pride be to the side. Because at the end of the day, if you got children like I had children, you think I like to tell people, oh, I'm homeless? No. Because it make you look like you like a what's the name, like a charity case. You got to get over your pride. It's not worth it. Because at the end of the day, I had to put my kids first, their well-being. So I did what I had to do to make sure their well-being was taken care of, to make sure they was happy, make sure they was in a better place. It's on you what you do with the advice I'm trying to give. Because I'm just trying to sprinkle a little chemistry over you, a little blessing over you. Put him first. And then, and only then, things will look up. Because anytime, because Satan gonna come at you all kind of ways. All kind of ways. So when he does, you still got that backup. God gonna always take care of that. And when you say, I'm giving this to God, mean that. Give it to him. Because after the day, I'm not gonna speak on this no more. Because I give it to God. I've been gave it to God. But I said I was going to tell y'all, and I've been telling y'all, when I get through this, I'm going to tell you exactly what it was. That's what it was. So I'm going to tell y'all, if you're going through what I've been through, look up everything you can look up in your county, your state, your city, whatever. And go from there. Go from there. Because at the end of the day, you don't know who would willing to help you unless you put yourself out there. I ain't saying go, you know what I'm saying, just complain to everybody. I'm not saying that. Because people that can't help you, I love to hear that you didn't fell on your downfalls. They'll love to hear that you're going through what you're going through. Don't give nobody that kind of power. Because man can say no. Man will tell you no all the time. But guess what? If you pray to God Almighty, what they say might not work in their favor. He might move something out the way so you can be okay. So I'm saying this to say this. Don't sit there and keep going through the same situation, the homeless situation. If there's programs out there to help you, apply for them programs. Yeah, you might not want to stay in an apartment. Don't be picky. You gotta take whatever that comes your way. And I dang on show did. I ain't let this pass me by. So what you gonna do? So until next time, y'all, peace, one love.